Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this evening's conversation program. This is one of the series of conversation program held in conjunction with the 40th anniversary of Brahma Kumaris Malaysia. And tonight we have invited another special guest, or I would call her as our longtime friend. She has been with us exactly 11 years.
Om Shanti.
It was in November 2011, I met this guest speaker. So before we invite her to share her unique and special experience with us, I would like to introduce her. Madam Janniie, and I fondly call her as Sister Janniie. We are so close now, we have become friends, and we call each other as sisters. And she is actually a registered financial planner and also certified wealth planner. She is very humble, has a very humble beginning. She was born, lived, and also was educated in Kuala Lumpur only. All her life is in Kuala Lumpur, and now she has her own family, and she already also upgraded to become a grandmother. Recently, she has a granddaughter. But look at her. She is always young in heart. Because personally, she is someone who loves reading. She also liked traveling. She also liked to do gardening and also hiking. So you could see from her hobby, she is someone who is active, not just sitting and somewhere taking care of the grandchildren, but she will also move around active. And another special, she has a very kind heart, because she's not only contribute in monetary, that means not only contribute financially, but she also help those who need, the needy person physically, together with a group of like-minded people. So she always have this passion, wanted to help to provide solutions, to give peace of mind to whoever she meets. So because of her career, she has been all the while in this finance industry. She actually loved this because she has abundance of opportunity to meet people from all walks of life. And her joy is actually to help people to solve their problems, to give them peace of mind, to help the families as well as their loved ones. So she always believed that whatever she received, she wanted to return it to the society. So that's why she has been actually continuing to help people and providing her services to every family and whoever that she can help. So today, we are very fortunate to invite her to join us, because she's a very busy sister. Even we wanted to have some time to talk to her, we have to book her time in advance. Of course, tonight she is very happy to spend an hour with us, and let us put our heart and also our hands together to warmly welcome Sister Janniie. Maybe one hand, welcome to her. So Sister Janniie, of course, I think everyone is also anxious. Many of us, they meet you. Of course, I have met you 11 years ago, but many, they may not meet you before, and they would like to know, how do you actually come into contact with Brahma Kumaris Malaysia? And your personal experience. So I put this hand this mic to you to share your experience.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Susan. Om Shanti to all members of BK. Yeah. It's a very good experience for me, because I'm I like to recall back to year 2011. All right. But prior to that, a little story to share with you, because how I got into or know Brahma Kumaris, because something emotional happened to me. And way back in 2006, 2006, I actually lost my mother, who is my strength, who is a pillar of strength to me, and as far as my life experiences are concerned, whether in work, in my marriage, in my own family, whenever I encounter any challenges or experiences, I would get back to my mom. And in 2006, I lost her through cancer. Yeah. And losing her was a very emotional impact for me. And I was searching, and it actually created an emptiness in me, And I almost got into depression, I was sad. I didn't want to do many things. And I actually let go of certain of my job. And I knew I cannot carry on this way. And I keep on asking for help, and pray very hard. Then one day I was browsing through a newspaper, and I saw the little advertisement in the newspaper stating that there is a 3D heart care program. Yeah. And it was the caption there says is spiritual and also a heart care. So I thought it's a program for me, so I signed up, I registered myself. And this program was actually held in Kota Baru by Dr. Satish Ta. Yeah. And when I was there, I actually was surprised that it's actually a program for heart patients. So I was telling, I'm already here. I have to go through the program to understand what it is all about. Yeah. So during that few days in the program, I learned many things, and I got to know Brahma Kumaris a little, not really much, because my intention there was to heal my heart, heal my emotions. Yeah. So that program actually gave me certain impact, that there is this group of people who is giving so much of care to these heart patients, and having programs, setting up programs for them every morning, and looking after their needs. They have to go through all the tests, the blood tests, the pressure tests. So, as it is heart patients, this is very important. So every morning they have to do this. And there's something very special about it is there's a life formula. There's a life formula, where doctor taught us is KPP, low high blood pressure. So what does KPP stands for? KPP stands for knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, and power. So this actually helped me to understand more about myself, because with knowledge, with purity, with peace, there is so much for me to calm my mind down instead of thinking about my loss, and from there, that few days had a little impact on me, and the sharing of ocean of peace within me, means so much for me to further empower myself, so that I do not go into a box that is not going to help me. So from there, I learned the lessons, and even learn how to eat properly to treat my heart. You know, for the benefit of everyone here, you know, Dr. Satish Gupta taught us to take 1 walnut a day, five almond nuts, and a teaspoon of psyllium husk. I'm still doing it until today. Yeah, so that's about 11 years. And it does help. At least for me, it is something to heal the heart. Yeah, physically or emotionally. Yeah. So that lesson over in Kota Baru, I'm staying in KL, you know, and it was the very first time that I had to fly out to a place alone, because at that point in time, like I say, I was searching and I didn't know where to go. So when I saw this article, I just registered, buy my ticket and fly to Kota Baru, not knowing that Brahma Kumaris have a center right here in KL, Bangsa KL. And I got to meet them only in Kota Baru. Yeah. And the experience I want to share here is when I reached Kota Baru Airport, I saw 3 persons in white. And something tells me or guides me to actually approach them, whether they are going for that program, you know, something, you know, I feel there was a guiding hand. And I went to approach, it was Didi Mira, Dr. Satish Gupta, and his wife, because I don't know where the center is. So I approached them and asked, are they going for this program? And surprisingly, they told me they are. And they invited me to hop into their transport with them. And thereon, I went to the center with them. Truly, it was an experience, because I would say this is a guiding. Baba guided me there, you know, and told me that no fear, you know, you are in safe hands, and you could actually be reaching the point of the workshop safely, because I have never traveled alone. Never. I always rely on my husband to take me everywhere, you know. So this is some an experience which I felt was a breaking point for me. Yeah. So in this workshop, we were given many activities, and one of them was, you know, we dance our heart out. I like to show you some of the photos, you know, that we had over in the Kota Baru. Okay, Brother Karen.
Yeah, let's view some of the photos.
Yeah, you see, that's me there, behind Doctor, you know, joining in the brisk walk during the program, which is a good exercise, morning exercise for all of us. I think we walk about three rounds or 4 rounds.
Yeah, 3-4 rounds.
Yeah, 3-4 rounds
every morning. Yeah.
And surprisingly, the heart patients actually did it, and they could do it. You know, they could do it, and they were surprised that they could actually, you know, join Doctor for the walk. Yeah, that's me at the center. And at that point in time, you know, look, I don't know whether you all can see, I was really very thin and down, you know, and I had to be there, you know, and I'm glad I was there, you know. Yeah. So these were the class lessons where the slides were actually related to our heart, you know. Yeah. And Dr. Satish explained to us how the heart functions. Yeah. And we are in the lessons. Yeah. This is the walk again. Yeah. We enjoyed.
There was 2 times walk, right? In the evening, 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning.
Sunrise, before sunrise, and also the other one is the before sunset.
Yeah.
So, and Sister Janniie, could you also share with us what is it that actually attracted you, that you continue and to keep in touch with Brahma Kumaris? What is it that you like about Brahma Kumaris?
Okay. For the many years that I followed Brahma Kumaris in the program, it did empower me. Lessons that I attended do empower me, especially like the last one that done by Didi Asha on positive thinking, no matter what. Yeah. So that was actually a very impactful lesson. Why? Because it gives me, control of how I think, especially over the last 3 years, the pandemic did not do me good, staying at home, especially for me being an active person. Yeah. And fortunately, Brahma Kumaris do hold Zoom sessions for us to learn and keep our mind as positive as we can, and to have a realization of why we are in this situation and how we can be in control. And basically, how I continue, is through the learning of the 8 powers, the 8 powers. So that one of the power I consistently use is power to tolerate. So power to tolerate is helping me to look at my situations, and irrespective of what happens, I should have a solution instead of looking on the negativity of things. Yeah. So, and basically in my work, there is so much challenges. Honestly, there's so much challenges dealing with people. People generally have different opinions, characters, and from there, it helps me to sometimes learn to withdraw, and to accept what people think, how they express their opinion. And my position is not to judge. Yeah, not to judge, but to blend in with them, because I was sharing with some friends before I joined BK. I used to be a very authoritative, a dominant person. I don't give any I would say chance to people, to express. So with learning from Brahma Kumaris, we have to respect. We have to respect other people's opinion, their way of life, their thoughts, and how they inculcate into themselves. And likewise, for me, I have to cultivate that, because each individual is uniquely themselves, and all of us, combined together is one. Yeah, universally one. So he is me and I am him, or she is me and I am her. So with that in mind, I'm able to tolerate, or respect other people's way of life, and also in my business, we used to have a lot of sharing and ideas. So with that, also we have to kind of accept, because I always remember now that ideas given, we either accept, reject, or look at the idea, how it can help me, whether it gives me a solution or not. If it doesn't, then I just let it be. It may come as a solution in the near future when I have other challenges. But right now, if that solution is not right for me, then I don't take. So this is how I learned from the teachings of Brahma Kumaris. Yeah.
And then Sister Janniie, you were saying that you joined because at that time you were very down emotionally. You were having that feeling for 5 years, since 2006 until 2011. Finally, you came and you participated in the retreat. Although it was not the right one for you, which you thought is to heal your heart, but it is actually meant for the heart patient. But nevertheless, could you share with us from that retreat, did you have any like a realization or aha point which helped you to get out from that emotional stage? especially when you're very low, how it helped you to get out from that stage itself?
Yeah, the thing I learned is from that challenge that I faced. Okay, in that workshop, something tells me I should actually reach out for help, reach out instead of keeping to myself all the time, because sometimes it's the ego, it's the ego. I cannot show people that I'm sad, because being a person with a dominating character, I cannot show. That's the ego part of it. So in BK's teaching, we learn to be egoless, and to that is basically to help us personally to accept the situation, because with ego we cannot see the light, we cannot see any solutions that comes to us. But if we allow ourselves to look and express our feelings and to share with others that, oh, I have this problem and I need help, That's why you see, I didn't ask anyone for help in that sense when I was down, and I just continuously look for assistance outside through newspapers, through programs that people share, and that's how this particular Kota Baru workshop came to me, attracted me, because being sometimes I would say it's the ego that helped me back in asking for help, or rather we don't want to disturb others, we don't want to distract other people's activities, and just keep your problem to yourself. That was my feeling then. So this program came about. I say, I'm going alone. Nobody knows. So that's how I went. But now after attending this program, or after attending so much of BK's program, I feel that, look, whatever problem I have, there are people around to help. There are lessons that can elevate my thoughts and my knowledge to actually assess the situation that I'm in. I always felt that that time when I had this the feeling of so negative, I didn't even approach my family members. All I asked is, do you know I'm sad? Do you know I'm sad? Nobody knows. So do you know how much I miss my mom? They said, it's part and parcel of life. Is it? So people will not feel the way you feel, So that was basically how I had a breakthrough in Kota Baru.
So you from that realization itself, over these 11 years, I'm sure you would also face some also lost along the way. Then say when you lose another loved one, how do you apply what you have learned, so that did you see any difference when you, let's say, subsequently have probably another loved one, because this is part of life. This is something we cannot avoid. So when you face the same situation, how do you actually apply what have we learned in the retreat or your realization, and how do you see yourself that change the way you look at the situation?
In fact, when I lost my mom in 2016, that was in August. Okay, August, I lost my mom. October, the same year, October 2006, I lost my mother-in-law. Then, I lost my father-in-law. Then in February 2007, I lost my mother-in-law. So it's actually over a period of 6 months, I lost 3 loved ones. So that was how it affected me that badly. Okay, so now fast forward in 2019, I lost my beloved nephew to kidney failure. Yeah. So he is one of my beloved nephew, you know. I've been with him for the day until he died, and he died at age 42. It was sad. It was definitely a great loss, but through the teachings of BK, I'm able to accept that loss, that this body is no longer of use to him in that sense because of the diseases of the organs, and his soul lives on, and for him, his drama is over. His drama is over, which means his life here is over. So therefore, I could accept that he lives on deeply in my heart, but he's on his way to another experience of his life. Yeah. So it was a very traumatic loss as well, because we didn't expect, though he has kidney failure because he was on kidney dialysis, but we lost him after we couldn't contact him for about a day, you know. So it was during the morning we tried to contact him but couldn't. So by the time it was night, we went back home. We actually found him on the floor already, and that was almost about 10 to 12 hours. So it was a sad scene, you know, to see him not passing away on the bed, but lying on the floor. So that was a trauma, but I could pick myself up, you know, through the teachings of Brahma Kumaris to keep myself sane, you know, to keep myself sane, and to know what is going on for a person's soul, for an individual soul. Yeah. And we have to accept that this body, this costume is no longer practical. Yeah. So we have to move on.
Yeah. So very, very good learning, and also you really put into practice that help you in your life, and you were able to really, you know, pick up very fast and get back to the calmness, so that you were able to continue to do what you should do and not to really mourn over the lost.
Yeah.
And yes,
I didn't want to get back into the scene 11 years ago, no, because it didn't help me. It was a terrible experience. So this is something I have learned, and since I have learned it from PK, it is important for me to, because there are many more years ahead. We don't know what's going to happen, but at least there is a preparation. Preparation.
So understand that because you were very spiritually inclined. So in fact, in 2012, you have been invited to participate in the Peace of Mind retreat in Mount Abu, our headquarters. So could you share your experience when you were in Mount Abu? You see, the first retreat, it was conducted outside our center, but this one is in our headquarters with different atmosphere and also different environment. And this is actually outside Malaysia, outside the country. So we'd like to really know about your experience in Mount Abu.
Yeah, okay. I heard so much during the first year. I heard so much about Mount Abu, you know. And this is the way it's described to me. It's like a paradise. It's paradise, you know, and it's a place in heaven, you know. So knowing what I've gone through, I said, well, it's a place that I need to go to. So when the chance was given to me, I actually grabbed it very fast. So I say it's time it's good that I was invited to go with a group of friends, or rather people whom I don't know again, and new, and also to a place where I have to travel alone again. Yeah. So that was a good experience. And when I went there, it's the vibration, or rather the energy there is fantastic. You know? I feel so light. I seriously feel so light when I'm out there. The cool environment, and people are so peaceful. members of BK are so peaceful. And imagine, I think at that point in time, participants from 33 countries came, right? 33 countries all gathered together in Mount Abu. And it's so fantastic. And they are all of different national. So it was the first time experience for this exposure to Mount Abu. And we had our lessons as usual, our morning lessons, our various sisters' teachings, yeah. And one of the highlight was Dadi Janki. Initially we were told about her, and she's at that point in time, I think 99 years old. I think 99, and she was a little weak and she couldn't travel. Not advisable to travel, yeah. So we a little disappointed because we heard so much about her. But there was one evening she came. To our surprise, she came, and I could feel her enthusiasm or her love for the participants, that are in Mount Abu. And when she came on into the hall, we could feel her vibration, though she is a little weak in the movement, yeah, but we could feel her vibration when she enters the hall. So, and together with Didi Nirmala, I think, yeah. So in Mount Abu, we had this experience of feeling the warmth of the participants there, and people of different ethnicities coming together. That is fantastic. Seriously, it's a fantastic environment to have so many people in this program. I actually expected, because I was told that we'll be going to Mount Abu, only 10 of us from Malaysia. 10 Malaysians were invited there. Yeah. And there will be people from other countries, but I didn't expect 33 nations. 33 nations together to learn from the sisters. Yeah.
So other than Dadi's vibration, is there anything you especially love or like during your stay there?
Can I be very honest? I love the food.
What is so special about the food that you like it or love the food?
When you eat, you feel the energy going in different, honestly. No, what do you call, no boasting or add on or anything, but it is so different, the food that we eat. And when we visited the kitchen, you imagine they have to cater for so many people, and they can manage for all the participants. On top of that, members of the public, right? Yeah. So I was just sharing with some of the brothers and sisters. I said, I love the pumpkin jam. And when I talk about it, it's still in here. So then over there, we really observe silence when to enjoy the food. Because why? The food is like energy to our body. It's a healing what do you call, healing energy, yeah, for us. So when and as we eat, there were this what you call, the traffic control app, the traffic control song. So we observe, it's here. We have to be quiet when we eat, and we have to put in this energy into our body to heal. So all this means what? All this means love. There is so much of this positive love energy that how I wish I could stay longer there, and get healed.
Okay. So after the trip, right, anything that you really take home and put it into practice? Like, for example, just now you mentioned about the traffic control.
Yeah, the traffic control.
Any
Because
other?
no, since then, traffic control is important because traffic control actually tame the mind, tame the mind. Even though I don't play it every hour, I do it every once every 3 hours. Yeah, once every 3 hours, because it gives me this aha to stop my monkey mind, because we are working, we are engrossed in so many things, but we need to take a step back, so it stops and look, and I recall what I do, why am I going through, this. So it gives me a minute of silence, a minute of silence to go inward, to actually experience the process of what I'm going through and what I'm doing, and what's the what do you call results that I'm going to get. Otherwise, my job is very taxing sometimes, because it's a lot to do with figures. So with this traffic control, I have the opportunity to actually step back and know what I'm going through, and digest what are the processes that I've done. So I feel it helps. It really helps. Otherwise, it's so stressful, So if I can't take this 1 minute for myself, who can help me? Nobody else can. This is how I feel.
Okay, let's take a look at some pictures that Sister Janniie have taken in Mount Abu.
Oh yeah, this is the platform where Daddy Janki came. Yeah,
and also Didi, Dr. Nimala.
Yeah, so we actually felt the energy as they enter, the hall. Yeah.
Okay.
It was so amazing. And this is on the Baba's Rock.
Yes, the Baba's Rock. Did you have any special experience on the rock itself, Baba's Rock? Did you feel anything?
For me, at that point in time, no lah. But I only felt that the walk builds up the positive energy as I climb up,
Because you like hiking.
Yeah.
Hiking is one of your hobbies.
And it's like reaching heaven, to experience the sunrise. Yeah. So it was an amazing experience, especially when we had to walk from the university,
Andabawan,
to this Baba's Rock. It was a good journey. It was a good walk, Yeah, this picture is where the sunrise. There, Susan, you are there with me at that point in time. Yeah.
So in many occasions we were together, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So because as you are aware that this conversation program is held in conjunction with our 40th anniversary, and the theme is unity, respect, and love. Could you share with us some of your thoughts about these three virtues, or that especially maybe in your workplace or even at home? Do you actually apply this? So some of your thoughts.
Yeah. For me, I would look at it this way. With love, we will have respect, and there will be unity. Because with love, then we get the respect and the unity, because all these three gathered together is harmony. And when I talk about harmony, I actually talk about this place again, Bangsa Harmony House. You see, that's why it's so harmonious there. The minute you walk in, you see all smiling faces, cheerful brothers and sisters greeting you. So, as far as for me, in the workplace, or rather at home, I advocate love first. Love, because when you have love, we will be very graceful with giving. You get what I mean? Yeah, we'll be very graceful with giving, because we will not be calculative, because love has got no price, and it's unconditional, right? Unconditional in the sense that we don't always say we give love, then you have to give me love, or rather I give you this, you have to give that. Those are all conditions already. We give. Just like the things that I've started to learn is to give back to society. So that's also giving love, because we give it in whatever gesture that we can. So or rather within our means. So I always make time for things, for events like this. Yeah. And when you talk about respect, first we respect ourselves. Whatever we do, we have to have this respect for ourselves. Just like in meetings, in the course of my work, in meetings, if we start to argue, that means we don't have respect for others. People could have their opinions, but we cannot just shut people's opinion, right? So we respect and digest. If it's good, why not? If it's not good, we just tell this person, this idea is good, but it's not practical now. Yeah. And in terms of unity, for me in my workplace, we have got groups of people working together. So with unity, we can achieve our results, our goals, much more easier. But if out of, I always liken it to a bunch of chopstick, one chopstick, we can break it. A bunch of chopstick, we can't break it so easily. So to me, I liken it to that manner. And if we have that unity in mind, then we know that we can solve a lot of problems or challenges.
So how would you envisage that Brahma Kumaris could bring like harmony and unity in the society?
Yeah. Okay. As far as my knowledge of BK is concerned, you all have got this organization has got many centers, many centers worldwide. So with the advance in technology, events like this on Zoom, yeah, this is where we can reach out to as many people as you all can. Yeah. And I believe many people need your help. Seriously, many people need BK's teachings, as long as they come with an open mind. I always believe you come with an open mind, you will learn better. You will learn to accept ideas to help ourselves, So in the course, or rather in my journey with BK, I realized this openness, you can learn. With an open mind, we go, whoever the speakers are, whoever the person sharing, it is not them, it is the ideas put forward. It is the ideas and the experiences that they go through, that if it's like me, it is similar to me, oh, this is how I can, this is a solution that can help. Yeah. So rather than I come, it's just another teaching. It's just another teaching. Because I have come across many people who attend talks. They are there, but their soul is somewhere else. I don't know whether they learn, Yeah. So every time when I attend, I like to do a debrief with people. Yeah, today I learned this. This is my takeaway. So how can I, practice it? Oh, can I add something here? There is this daily messages from Brahma Kumaris. Every morning, Sister Josephine sends me a message. Yeah, or share with me the message. And it does help. It does help to start my day right. Seriously. And sometimes it is applicable to me on that day. And it can help me to have to differentiate my thought or the way I want to handle a problem. Yeah. that is one of the best way where the messages are sent. Yeah, I benefited from it. I think I started having it this year now, receiving it this year. Yeah.
So thank you very much for all your very sincere sharing and also for your learnings. We do also learn from you, from your experience. It does inspire us. Just attending continuing coming for like workshop retreats, and you have been also to ARC, Asia Retreat Center, for retreats. So you've been so regular, and of course you are like one of our family, BK family. You are one of our, it's like a member of our BK family.
Thank
We
you.
welcome you to continue to come and also to join us and also celebrate this 40th anniversary of Brahma Kumaris Malaysia.
One day, I hope I can go Mount Abu again.
Again, then you will go as a student. The next one day you will go as a student.
Yes, I forgot one thing. I would like to thank BK, because I did share with some of my friends, like I say, way back to 2006, the then and the now, and I felt with gratitude, that BK had actually saved my life, saved me from going into a life of depression. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And also thank you for your time. So with this, we will conclude today's conversation.